Hello and welcome to For the Record, where stands talk all things bands. This episode is brought to you by Musicality. I'm your host Sophie, and on today's episode I'm joined by Jenna and Zoe. In today's episode we are discussing why live music is special to fans. I'm starting off this for both of you. What does music mean to you?
Ooh. Who do you want to go first?
I do not care.
Okay.
I think Jenna's prepared.
Go on. So, I don't really... it kind of is just like everything. It means basically everything, and I know that sounds quite cheesy when I say that, but it just, I don't see my life without music. I think it's kind of, I think I saw this quote one time, it's like, it's a soundtrack, isn't it, for your life? Music is, that's just what
Kids
it is.
Kids soundtrack in their lives listen to the 1975, Matty Healy. That's what the quote is.
Yeah, I just love it, and I think it's good because it can, like, you know, it just helps you, really. Well, it helps me, so I think it's really good. I love music.
Zoe?
Yeah, I agree with Jenna in terms of, I find that I have certain songs really attached to certain memories and certain events, so I find that I kind of revert to music when I'm like out and about and I'm maybe not feeling the best, or like I am feeling great. Like I have certain music that fits certain moods, and I always just find that music is soundtracking what I do in my daily life, and it's so important that I kind of forget how important it is sometimes.
Yeah, and like to add to that, like how you said, certain songs like you put with some certain memories and stuff, and like I think also some songs, like songs that I relate to especially, I think are very special because they're just like, I don't know, I guess it kind of helps you get through some stuff, really.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah.
Who is your favourite singer?
So, my favourite singer is Harry Styles. And yeah, really, I do like loads of singers. But I think Harry's kind of just become that like comfort for me, really. He's just kind of, even though like I've never talked to him obviously or anything, and it's just always through a screen, it's like it, and like his music de-stresses me if I'm stressed, and like I love his videos and it always makes me smile. It's just like, but he does make me cry as well, so it's a bit of a mix, but
sometimes it's a good cry.
Yeah, it's a good cry. It usually is a cry of like how much I love him, but like yeah. What about you, Zoe?
So Harry is a big one.
Yeah.
But kind of I share my love for two main artists, and obviously the other one is 5 Seconds of Summer. Branded is the biggest band no one has ever heard of. But I don't know, I kind of found them end of 2019 after kind of knowing who they were for a long time, but I really decided that it was music that I was enjoying and that I wanted to have be a part of my life. And it helped me a lot through lockdown. It gave me something to enjoy and something to look forward to, knowing that once lockdown ended and the pandemic was kind of, we were on the other side of that I would have something new and exciting to go to shows for and to make new friends about. Harry and One Direction had always been a big part of my life from quite a young age, so it was nice to have something kind of newer and slightly more exciting going on.
Time for a quick message from today's sponsor. Make the move to Musicality to stream all your favourite artists' music. Whether you are by the beach or studying in your bedroom, Musicality works wherever you are. Musicality is the platform streaming service that was made by fans for fans. Okay, who was your favourite person to see in concert, and who have you seen in concert last year?
Oh, there's a list. Do you want me to go like chronologically?
If you can.
So 5 Sauce in April, and then saw Ash in March, end of March. Saw Harry at Wembley in June. Thomas Hedon in October. 5 Sauce again in September at the Royal Albert Hall. Thomas Hedon in October, and then Coin in November. I think the favourite would have to be a toss-up between the 5 Sauce shows and then the Harry show, because they were both just felt very monumental. Like, they were both things that I waited such a long time to be able to finally experience, and obviously the One Night Only show at the Royal Albert Hall was just
special,
incredible. Like, you know, I was in a room with like 3,000 other people who were the only ones that were ever going to get to experience that. You know, tours can happen all the time, but One Night Only shows, especially at somewhere like the Royal Albert Hall, is something that's so special. So to have gotten to be there was cool. And Harry was just like a godly experience with all the rain and the outfit and the fans and being in standing, which is something that every Harry fan dreams of doing. And getting to go with my sister was great.
I went to my first concert last year, and that's where I met you. Amazing person. It was Ash, and that was in March.
May.
May. Was it May?
Oh, was it May? I
30th.
said March.
No, you said May.
No,
I think I said March.
Well,
May 30th, May,
Yeah,
for the record.
It was May, and that was a really good experience. And then I went and saw Harry at Wembley, and I think, well, then I saw Alexander 23. They were all amazing. I think Ash, I couldn't have asked for a better first
Yes,
concert.
definitely.
I think it was just, and the fact that I started with a smaller venue as well instead of going, say, if I went to Harry first, I think it would have probably been a bit too much.
Yeah.
Specifically because it's Harry as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I think my favourite probably would be Harry's one, even though I was in nosebleeds. But I think that's just because it's something that I've kind of always dreamt of, and like he's been a big part of my life, and just to kind of, and I only had a week to prepare, and I think that week kind of was so surreal that like when I actually went, I just couldn't believe it, and I think it was really good. But then they were all really good. I mean, I cried at each and every one of them. But that's probably just because I'm an emotional person. But I'd say Harry.
Okay, one last question. We all know each other through a concert we went to last year. What do you think is special about making friends through like concerts and music?
Can I take the floor?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Ash, there was a very specific energy in the air. Like the actual feeling of queuing, like we queued for quite a long time beforehand, and that's how we all kind of got to know each other. Granted, I got there slightly late.
And the rain definitely helped because we had to huddle.
But we were all kind of stood in the rain, and we were all just there, and we were able to kind of put the bit of like a shit environment that we were in aside and just be happy and enjoy the experiences that we were making. Because for me personally, that was the first time I had ever gotten to experience camping, or not camping, but like queuing, and actually making friends in a queue. You know, it's something, for someone who enjoys concerts, it's something that you think about and you always want to have to happen. And then to have met such a special group on such a special day, and to then have gone into the venue and had an incredible evening together, and for that friendship to still be continued on almost a year later, I think is really, really special. I think the kind of friendships that you make at a show is something that can't be achieved just like online on Twitter or at a friend at a college, because you have that shared experience together that almost bonds you in a way, because you can always recall memories from that night, and you can be like, it's crazy that that's how we first met. Like, it wasn't like I met you on the street or I met you in a classroom. Like, I met you at a fucking show. Sorry, can I swear? Okay. I met you at a show. That's crazy. I love that. That's one of my favourite things.
Yeah, I think just because we had, again, like Zoe said, we queued very early. We had so much time of just kind of doing nothing. I think that's kind of what brought us all together, because we were all just like
Singing in the rain.
Singing. Yeah, and I think as well to have something like that, and it's like we met with something to do with music, and music is a big part of like all of our lives. I think that's quite special to like have like a connection, like that's kind of what's really bonded us. And yeah, to be friends still, even now, is just like crazy, because I
though we've hardly seen each other.
Yeah, I know. I remember when we made the group chat, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to last, is it? And now we message on it practically every day. And we've met up as the big collective group once on our anniversary.
What, the date anniversary?
Yeah.
But
It was like 6 months down the line.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I love the
Because
fact
it
that
was the 30th.
we made the group chat the night of the show purely so that we could exchange all the concert videos and pictures and stuff that we'd taken throughout the day.
And the day after, you were attacking me for how I eat my ice lollies.
Oh, yeah.
That's true, I was.
I remember.
But I think it's an experience, that kind of group chat experience that you get for being a fan of something is something that is so rare and difficult to come by, in terms of it really is dependent on the people, the place and the time. And when all those three things come together and it works like magic, it's the best experience.
Yeah, it's just special. It's
so special.
Yeah, you can't really say it into words. It's just amazing.
That's all we have time for in today's episode. Thank you again for our sponsor, Musicality. Tune in next Friday where we deep dive into concert ticket prices and meet and greets.
Bye.
Woo! Okay.
Now listen to episode 2.